is this shit?
This thing could potentially destroy your entire planet.
Honey?
It looks like we're going to have to show these Earthlings how to be a hero. We are from outer space.
Go ahead and probe, you space aliens.
That's no longer standard galactic protocol.
Help me! Help me!
I chased these slime bags across 5 galaxies. I'm not about to let them get away now.
Are you and your brother a good representation of all Earth people?
I'd say we're a little above average.
I think he means Fat Judy, man. Did Fat Judy eat your face off?
Hello everyone, this is Gruesome Herzog's Horror Movie Review. Tonight's guest is Justin Soponis. He's the producer, actor, and soon-to-be director. How you doing, Justin?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Wonderful. I had a bunch of the guys on now, and it's about time we got you on here.
Yeah.
I've been going through on the Fearmakers website quite often, just to check out some of the movies, and I've seen Dismal, of course. I've seen Savage, of course. But if you want to, we can start. I guess we can start with Dismal if you want.
Sure.
Just to get your outtake on it and your experiences and so forth.
I was a producer on Dismal, and Dismal was the first project that we did in the current group that is Fearmakers, myself, Bo Buckley, and Christopher Cook. And Bo and I tossed around some ideas. He had a great script for Dismal, and we set out. Took us about, a year to raise the money, probably. Lots of ups and downs there. Probably the most frustrating, but ultimately the most necessary part of the whole process was raising money.
Yep.
And it turned out really well. We got some killer performances. Really everything just sort of came together well. The acting, stunts, had a great crew. Some green people that I think learned a lot during the process, but really took the opportunity to shine. And it turned out really well. Just finished a run on Showtime. It's been on pay-per-view several times, and the DVD release, I believe, is in December
7th.
There you go.
I already have a copy, but
right.
But yeah, you've heard me talk to Jack Harrison and Bill Oberst Jr., Will Triplett, and I just talked to Lisa Wilcox last week about Savage. But Dismal, like I said, I'm probably going to toot in your horn like I've been doing for the last 4 months before anybody even heard of it. But I'm a big fan of Fearmakers, as you know, and I love Dismal. My family, my wife especially, I told Jack this last week, I called him. It's funny. My wife's not a horror fan whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
A couple friends was over last week, right? And it was on my son recorded it. We have that DVR thing. So instead of waiting sometimes like 11 midnight, whatever. Well, we'll pop it on when friends are over here, and my wife goes, "Oh, I love this movie."
Oh, that's great.
Scott. Yeah, Scott is friends with Bill and Jack. I mean, she actually knows the people's names. It's funny. I love it.
That's fantastic. When I met my wife, she did not enjoy horror movies at all, and now we go to the video store, that's the first section she heads to.
Yep.
I think once people are exposed to them, they catch on quickly.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you said that because before you came on here, I got a message from somebody on on Facebook. He says, "Who are you?" Well, first of all, he added me. Okay. He goes, "Who are you?" I said, "Well, I'm Gruesome Herzog. I run a horror, podcast." He goes, "Well, I hate horror." I said, "Okay." I went, delete.
Interesting that he added you in the first place.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. People are weird. It's people.
Yeah.
When I go to work and I say, "Oh man, I love horror movies," they look at me like I'm some alien from another country or something.
There is that segment of the population that just does not understand them. Probably some people in my family are like that, but yeah, I've loved horror movies ever since I was a little kid, so it just seemed natural. I remember when I was, 9 or 10, walking up to the corner drugstore and sitting in the corner reading Fangoria. And it's just been a passion pretty much my whole life. Not to say that I wouldn't do other movies. I've worked on a wide variety of genres, but horror movies have been pretty good to me, so...
Yeah, as you know, you guys gave me a copy of the Savage screener.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, I've been talking to Jack. Jack's been talking to me about this movie, as our interviews. So, of course, as soon as I got home, I popped it right on in, And, I've seen a lot of Bigfoot movies.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that I did see, I don't care to see anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that because of Savage, because when Bigfoot movies are made, a lot of them are made so cheesy that, see, like I told Jack, when you have a close-up view of the Bigfoot in a movie, I mean, it's already fake already, but it's even faker, if that's a word, when a camera's too close to the face. It was perfectly made. You kept it from a distance. But I really enjoyed that movie, I must tell you.
That was one of the main sort of ideas that we had going into it, was that it would sort of be sort of like a Jaws in the forest. And in Jaws, you don't really see the shark too much until the end. Maybe Brotherhood of the Wolf was also something that was, some ideas came from that, where, it's almost scarier sometimes if you don't know or you can't see what's tearing people limb from limb.
Right.
So that was a big influence on us for that.
Well, what the coolest part also makes it good is when you see the trees moving,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't see the Bigfoot.
Bo and I were both in there shaking bushes and trees, just off camera quite frequently.
Little Bo was pushing.
Oh yeah. He had some help, but
step stool maybe. Oh
yeah.
hope we don't listen to this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's funny. Yeah, but the stunts are amazing too.
Yeah.
The part where
Jack really brings a lot.
Yes, I like the part where he's crawling across the road.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we actually shot most of the movie in Georgia, and then came back and shot for a day of just Bigfoot stunts. And that was something that Jack and I and Sean Llewellyn, our VP, came up with. Wouldn't it just be cool to see him totally fly across the road?
Right.
Whenever we showed him, we wanted him to be dynamic and powerful.
It was neat on that one scene. I mean, when it does come out on DVD, which there's copies available, and I should have bought one when I was up there, but I have to order mine somehow or however it is. But on the one scene of the movie that I thought was so cool is if you ain't paying attention, you won't see it. But when the truck's going down the road, Bigfoot is actually chasing the vehicle, and you do see him on one shot. It's so cool. But if you don't look, you'll miss it. But
yeah, it's very quick.
Yep.
And you can get our movies on our through our Facebook page through the Strange Stuff page in our shop. So anybody out there can just become our friend. We're not choosy. We love everybody.
I guess so, because I'm in there, right?
Yeah, good. There you go.
Oh, bottom of the barrel, and I'm in there, so that's cool. I'm sorry. Now, my father-in-law was up there, as you know, and you met him too, and he bought the movie Death Foretold when he was up there, and he wanted me to tell you that he liked it very much.
Well, that's good. Death Foretold, Bo actually did before I became a part of the company. I think Bo and I met when I moved down here to Wilmington, North Carolina. He was already living here. And that's when we met, and I believe he shot that in Columbus, Ohio, where he has since moved back to. But, yeah, I enjoyed it myself. Very good.
No, he said he's going to loan it to me to watch, which I have to get it and watch it.
Yeah.
Now, you probably ain't going to say too much about this, but I'm just curious. The Lance Steele movie.
Oh, that's my baby.
I know it. It looks like it's my baby, too.
Yeah.
It looks very interesting.
We shot sort of trying to figure out what the best way was to show people what the movie was going to be like and get some interest. We decided to shoot a short. We're thinking about maybe doing a teaser of scenes from the actual movie, maybe shoot a scene from the movie, from the script, and eventually I decided to shoot a short prequel of what, in theory, would happen immediately before the events in the feature film.
Okay.
So we got a 10-minute short prequel online on the Fear Maker's site, and a little bit different from the Dismal and the Savage in that there's some humor in it, and it's a lot more action as well as horror-oriented. So blending several different genres.
Yeah. There is werewolves in there too, right?
There, in the feature script, there are werewolves. Yep, there are a whole assortment of monsters.
Sweet.
You have the werewolves, your zombies, an evil wizard, a changeling that can shift shapes.
A gruesome Herzog.
A gruesome Herzog is in there. Meets an untimely death. and there's a couple other monsters that I'm forgetting at the moment, but something that's very, very exciting and that we're incredibly excited about. And we're in that frustrating but essential part of raising the money for that right now.
Ooh. Now, is there any? I mean, is there? When you say that, that's like if you can find what's that word? Not sponsors, but someone. Is that
investors?
Huh?
Investors?
Yeah. Not, is there they can contact you on the website, or is there?
Oh, absolutely. They can contact us through the website.
Do you want to mention it? Nothing about that. I just was trying to help.
Yeah. Oh, I appreciate it. It's wonderful. We've already got a lot of people excited about it. I got some parties that are interested in investing. It's just a matter of bringing in the rest and sealing the deal.
Sweet.
I wrote that script probably 3 years ago. Nate Panning, who plays Lance Steele, and I started talking about it probably 2.5 years ago. So it's been something that we've been fine-tuning until we're ready to go. We're very excited about it.
Okay, now, I might as well bring this up now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big talk on Strange Stuff. It's a big hit at the Horror Find in Gettysburg.
Mm-hmm.
And you had a small role in it.
I did.
But it was quite entertaining how you was plugged in there. It's Death of the Dead in 2010.
It's certainly we're proud of all our projects, but Death of the Dead really, for such a micro budget especially, came out better than we could have hoped for. And it's everyone that's seen it has loved it. And again, everything just seemed to come together. The cast and crew really meshed. We got great performances. and certainly different than Savage or Dismal. It's over-the-top silly, makes fun of itself, but really something that we're very proud of and excited to get out to the people.
Yeah.
You can also pick up that movie through our Facebook fan page.
Strange stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what, that I don't want to sound dumb or nothing, but I was so wrapped up in the Dismal for the past couple months, and I went up there for the purpose of meeting you guys, fear makers, and then when you now I've seen on Facebook Death of the Dead, but I really didn't read nothing about it. Nothing.
Right.
No offense taken, but I was so wrapped up into Dismal, like I said, and we're invited to the premiere and to watch it. So my father-in-law, my son, and I, we went, and now my father-in-law, I mean, he has humor, right? But he doesn't laugh at stuff so quickly. So when the movie started, the one scene to where the Jack was, I can't remember how it was teaching her to moves or something, and then of course it went to him, to a black guy, back to him, and he just started busting out laughing. I said, you know what, I'm so glad he likes this movie. Now, I liked it too, don't get me wrong, but it was funny. But it was
we were thrilled with the laughs that came, pretty much in exactly the right places where we wanted them.
Yep.
And I believe that was one of the first gags that we came up with.
That's good.
Which I guess slightly older school film buffs will recognize. We sort of borrowed that from "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker."
Yeah.
They do something very similar, where an older black woman is doing a stunt, and it's clearly a white guy with a mustache. But yeah, that turned out incredibly well.
And you throw in the horny old man thing too.
Yes.
Sensei.
Always the winner. Always the winner.
It is. It is. It was good. But another scene, I don't want to give too much away for people to see it, but there's one where he's giving her advice of what to do if she thinks she's going to lose. And she's really into it. He goes, "Run like hell." It's in the trailer too, so I'm not giving nothing away.
Pretty straightforward advice.
That's good. I like that movie.
Yeah, and I did make a small acting cameo in that movie. I was also in Dismal.
Yep.
Dismal was sort of by necessity. We had planned on shooting the scene that I was in back in Wilmington, and our schedule changed. We had to shoot it in Georgia, so sort of on the spot I volunteered to do it. And then the Death of the Dead role was a little more planned. But I certainly do not consider myself an actor by any stretch of the imagination. Most of my roles are very similar. Somehow I get typecast as the creepy, perverted, drunk guy for some strange reason.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess these people know me somewhat.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I noticed you're out there. I said, it's a dad. You know who that is, right? Yeah, it's Justin. That's what he said. It was quite funny. It's how he said it, but yeah. But yeah. I'm very glad, though, because the place was packed in the first viewing. But
oh, yeah.
I had a kind of, not a bad experience, but kind of a messed up experience. When we're waiting in line, I guess the people at the theater thought I was part of the movie cast or something. So, so they sent me somewhere else. Remember now, my father-in-law, my son, and we got out of line. But then I had to go the whole way to the end of the line again. I said, no. We just made it in there. So, man. But it turned out all right. But,
yeah, the second screening was actually just about full as well, which felt very good.
Excellent. Now, were you in Canada? Or was it just Bo?
I was not in Canada.
Was Bo and Christine?
I believe it was Gary and Christina.
Yeah, that's right. How did it go? Did you hear?
I haven't actually heard, though. I'm assuming it went very well. I haven't heard anything negative.
That's
so,
good. That's good.
Yeah.
Now, is there any more dates available? Is there any more dates coming up that they're going to be premiering it? Did you hear?
There are a couple of festivals that it's going to be in. I don't know the dates offhand. I believe it's going to be in the Flyaway Film Festival, which I can't even remember where it is or when it is.
Yeah, because the dates is on your website. It's already passed.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, that's, for the budget that you spent on that, it's very well made. Now, the second ending. Now, when I say second ending, you know what I'm talking about. The second, right at the end. that was clever. I mean,
that was very clever, and I have to give all the credit to Gary and our director of photography, Aaron Moorhead.
That was good.
I believe were the ones that thought that up.
You think?
And we had several scenes in Death of the Dead. The term is called breaking the fourth wall, where the movie acknowledges that it's not real, that it's actually a movie being made, and that was a fairly consistent theme in the movie. And there's actually a scene very similar to that. It's not the ending, but in Alien Jelly Monsters, our next one, which is in post-production right now. But on budgets this small, it's very difficult to sort of keep the movie magic alive the whole time, and so we thought that it would be easier by poking fun of ourselves at the same time.
Right.
We show people that, you're meant to have a good time watching this. This isn't something that you sit down and are uber critical about. It's fun to make, it's fun to watch, and it's just a good experience all around.
Hey, you know what? I just noticed something.
Oh, yeah?
I'm on the Strange Stuff website. On the bottom it says, Gruesome Herzog interview with Bo Buckley. I just noticed that.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm tooting my own horn. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I damn well deserve it. I'm working hard.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
But yeah, it's I'm like I said, the work that you guys are putting out, I'm very proud to say that I'm a fan of Fearmakers.
We're very proud to have you.
Thank you. And I've been spreading the word around, my Savage screener is sitting on my desk. That's not leaving my sight.
Oh, beautiful.
Until I buy the actual copy. But Dismal is staying in my desk drawer here, but I will be mailing I'm going to mail the cover to Jack so Jack can sign it and bring it back so that way I have everybody.
Oh, good idea.
So, yeah. But now that I can never remember what you just said. The Jelly Monster, that's all I remember. Now, that's going to be in the... What's that?
Yes, Attack of the Alien Jelly Monsters from the Depths of Uranus.
Now, you really can't...
Full title.
You really can't talk too much about it, can you?
Sure. It depends on what we're talking about, but absolutely.
Yeah, just give a rough
idea. That's our next Strange Stuff feature. We shot it in, I guess it was late June, here in Wilmington, North Carolina. And it's about a group of intergalactic police officers that are chasing a deadly alien slime monster through the galaxy. They both crash land on Earth, and the intergalactic space cops, believing the slime monster to be dead, decide to get to know Earth customs a little better, and unfortunately or fortunately, their sort of guides around planet Earth are a couple of lovable rednecks who give them a very interesting tour of their daily lives. And of course, the jelly monsters were not killed in the crash, and people start dying, so we maintain that horror element. But it's also very, very funny. And it's in post-production right now, and hope to have it done the beginning of the next year.
And I am hoping and praying that it's in Gettysburg again. It's so much easier.
Oh, yeah.
So much easier for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's we premiered a movie at Horrorfly in the last 3 years, and we have no intention of stopping now.
Yeah.
We love the folks, and we love the atmosphere there.
Yeah, because I live about an hour and 15 minutes away. That's not bad of a drive. So.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
I think it took me about 8 and change to get there.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a big dog, so you can handle it.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
But I must say, what's amazing about you, Justin, and this is serious. I'm not joking. All joking aside, when we're waiting in line at the theater to watch Death of the Dead, here comes you. Look right at me and smile. The happy-go-lucky Justin, and that's the way you have to be in this business. You really have to.
Yeah.
You have to. People have to like you to like their movie. It sounds stupid, but people have to like you for them to like your movies, basically.
Yeah, and we hope that we're certainly all approachable. None of us have big heads. But, we love doing this, and when it's not fun anymore, it's time to move on. But we love doing this, and part of the reason we love doing it is because of people like you, the people that enjoy our movies. I can't tell you the sense of fulfillment it gives when somebody comes up and says, man, I loved that movie that you made. It's, as, I don't know if you can call us artists, but as, whatever we are, producers or filmmakers, that's the best feeling that we get. Yep. When somebody recognizes that, hey, this took some work, and you guys did it successfully. It's wonderful for us.
Hey, well deserved. Because I was totally amazed at how that place was packed. It was awesome. I mean, you actually had to turn people away for the next showing. I mean, that's a lot of people come there not to see Death of the Dead. They came there to meet, Diamond Dallas Page. I mean, honestly, they want to see the big actors. But
George Romero and
hell of a turnout. I mean, I'm so glad that we got there when we did because it was. I'm just glad.
Jam-packed.
I'm just glad.
Yeah.
I mean, for the budget that you spent, it's well worth it.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, I do have to get a copy of that too. I have to go on there at Strange Stuff and order my copy.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, real quick before I let you go, but I got contacted by Christina Rose and Gary King to do interviews. Yes, I said, boy, I tell you what, I started this podcast for fun. My original intentions was to do movie reviews and that's it. Well, then when you start one interview,
waterfall.
You know who my very first one was. I'm sure you know.
I think it was Jack, right?
Yep. Jack was probably the best person that I could have started an interview with because it was my first time. Of course, he didn't know me from Adam at the time, but he went along with it because I didn't have no interviews yet. And I mean, but the interview I thought went so well.
Oh yeah,
it's
a great interview.
That he actually broke me into it to be able to just relax, say what comes to mind. If you say something stupid, just go back and edit it out.
Yeah,
that's a good thing about editing.
Well, yeah, that happens occasionally.
But I didn't though. But I owe Jack a lot because he basically helped me get through this, and now I just do it for fun. I love what I do. I mean, I drive truck during the day and I podcast at night. What more can I ask for? You know what I mean?
This is exactly how I got into the industry. I'd gotten out of college. I didn't know what to do. I thought, man, the one thing that I'm most passionate about is movies. I think I'd like to make movies. And if I did not have a good time doing it, I'd try to find something else to do. But, this is what we love to do, and we love the enthusiasm of people who enjoy what we do. And, that gets us by a lot of the time.
Yep. To do anything, you have to want to do it. You can't do it half-assed. You can't do it. You have to do it. Just do it.
Yeah. When you can't imagine doing anything else, I guess that's where we're at. I just can't imagine doing anything else with my life.
Just stay with it. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
But well, I'm glad you called. Here I go. See, I'm messing up already. See, this happens normally. I can edit it out, but I do want to thank you for coming on and contacting me because you're busy and I'm busy, and then you contacted me last week, so I said sure. Have Justin come on. I don't mind. I mean, I can spare a half an hour for him. No,
absolutely.
No, I'm sorry, but yeah. But
it's been great.
I really appreciate you coming on, and it was fun. I mean, I'll try to do some editing, but
I think it's brilliant.
Thank you. I mean, I'm sure.
Perfect.
I do know that Gary and them are listening to him, so I'm glad. You know, well, actually, a lot of
Oh, I've listened to them all, yeah.
a lot of people are, because I've blown up. You know, real quick before I let you go, a friend of mine at work, he goes, "How's the podcast going?" I said, "Oh man, I have 138 subscribers." I mean, this is like 5 weeks ago. He goes, "Where are you at now?" I said, 960. He goes, "What?" Yeah, I jumped that high. So I'm very happy that people like what I'm doing, and you know, it's fun.
Oh, you're great at it, man. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
But I will get my butt down there. I mean, if there is, well, I can say it doesn't matter. If there is a Dismal 2 ever in the making or anything, I said, you know, I have 3 weeks vacation every year. I asked to be down there. I'll be doing a live podcast. And
Beautiful.
Maybe I can sneak on the screen and sneak back on.
I would imagine that might be possible, yeah.
Sneak back off. You know, I can go in there and slap idiot back in the head and run out, you know.
That's right.
No. But, you know, but real quick, I forgot to tell you this. I watched Dismal, but I stopped it when the credits came on, okay? So Jack was talking about it in the interview, and dumbass me didn't catch on to what he was saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my son was watching it on Showtime, and he said, "Dad, you do know you?" He goes, "Do you know what the ending is?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "No." So I go out there, and there's you know who, and there's you know who. I said,
You learned something new.
so I called Jack up real quick. I said, "Jack, why didn't you tell me?" He goes, "I was talking to you about it." I said, I never sunk in. I said, "Oh, I was making jokes. I was making jokes about Dismal 2, you know, but realizing that, you know, I'm not going to say it in case somebody else might not catch it. But yeah, that's cool. I can't wait."
Yeah, I have a constant battle when I go to the movie theater and the credits come on. And do I want to leave or do I want to stay and wait till the end of credits and see if there's another scene that comes up?
Oh my, got me good.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to. He sent me a text. Yes, Jack did. He goes, "Hey, great interview with Lisa Wilcox for a asshole amateur." I said, "You wait." I texted him back, but I haven't got a response. It's, "You wait till I get him. You wait till I talk to him."
There's a fair amount of ribbing that goes on in that little community.
I love it.
So
Hey,
get ready for it.
I dish it. Don't worry, I dish it.
Good.
Real quick, one time he called me. I said, "Oh, what?" I said, "What does this asshole idiot want for now?" And he starts laughing. Oh, I get him. Trust me. But he's a cool dude. I like him a lot. We became.
That's great.
I mean, I never met him, but we talk so much. It's we're good friends anyways. I mean, we can talk about anything. But he's cool. I like Jack very much.
He was moments away from coming to Horror Fund.
I know. I talked to him. You know what? If I had vacation, I would have went down and got him and came back up. But
I think it was tougher because we shot Alien Jelly Monster, or I'm sorry, we shot Death of the Dead in Cleveland, so we didn't, and there weren't actually any stunts per se. A lot of martial arts, but there weren't actually any stunts. We didn't really need Jack as much. But on Alien Jelly Monsters, there are several stunts that he came out. And he actually has, he's actually in Alien Jelly Monsters for the first time in one of our movies without, hideous or monstrous makeup on.
oh yeah, so
You actually see Jack Harrison's face for the first time in one of our movies.
so when I see him, I can start laughing.
That's right.
No.
He's a pretty big guy, so.
No, you know what? When he hears this, he'll call me and say, "He goes, you son of a bitch." He'll get me. But that's cool. I can handle it. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well.
He's a good man.
Yes, he is. I mean, you know him more than I do. I never met him, but like I said, just by talking to him, he's been giving me some good advice. So I listen to him.
Yeah.
It's paying off. All right, Justin, I really appreciate you. We kind of got off track there, but what the hell?
It's all good.
That's the business, you know?
Yeah, any track is a good track.
There you go. Well, thank you again, and I hope the worst for your college team, Florida.
Thank you.
No.
Go Gators.
Go Panthers. Their quarterback stinks, but anyways. Now, what's your NFL team?
Redskins.
Oh, that's right. You did. Yeah. Never mind. You did say that.
I grew up in D.C. I distinctly remember singing "Hail to the Redskins" in my elementary school cafeteria with the rest of the school after they won the Super Bowl one year.
Yep.
So
I remember that. Hey, I'm 42. I'm an old man. You know, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember
I'm
that.
not too far behind you.
Oh, stop it. Jack's behind me too, so stop it. You make me feel old. You know what? I am a grandfather at 42. You know that, right?
I did not know that. Congratulations.
I have 6 grandbabies and number 7 on the way. Can you believe that?
Wow.
But they're all from the ages of 1 year to 7. So it's nice.
Wow.
It's nice. I mean, they're young enough. Now my soon-to-be 3-year-old, I've got to tell you this. My soon-to-be 3-year-old grandson, his name is Sean. He says, Pop. He goes, Pop, are you going to watch a scary movie? He loves scary movies.
Bring him in early.
You know, it's. I said, come on. Now, of course, the real bloody ones, I don't want to watch it because I'm not that ignorant, but, you know, but he watches, he watched Dismal, right? This is funny.
Uh-huh.
I was working, and my wife and I were watching out in the living room. It's during daytime, you know, and Dismal, there's scenes that are gory. I mean, there are scenes, but it's not enough that it's not, you know what I'm talking about. So,
Yeah.
So when they seen blood, right, Shawnee, who's 2, he says, Mom, that's funny. That's fake. So he understands, you know what I mean, he understands that's not real. That's not real.
Yeah.
So
I think that one of my formative experiences was when I was in 3rd grade, I guess. I don't remember how old I was, but I was staying over at a friend's house and I watched The Shining, and horrified me for weeks, possibly even months. And, you know, growing up and thinking about that, the power that movie had over me was probably one of the reasons that I became such a fan of horror movies, because it impacted me like a lot of things hadn't in my life.
Right.
And it's definitely something that stuck with me.
I can remember there's one movie that sticks in my head. It was Children of the Corn back in '84.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was 16, but that was a movie that I was able to really understand. I mean, you can understand when you're 14 too, but as far as the Stephen King movie, like Christine and Children of the Corn, I grew up in the '80s, so I'm a diehard '80s horror, and there's a lot there's a lot that I haven't seen, but that's what got me started in the horror genre. It's just you know, it's just, I don't know, it's weird. I'm weird. I can handle a comedy every now and then, but if you mix it with a little horror, it's more up my alley, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
When I look for a movie to watch, horror is the first place I go to. And talking about movies that affected us, that freaking clown under the bed is Poltergeist.
Oh.
To this day, I don't like clown toys.
I forgot all about that. Speaking of clowns, at the Horrifying, you know who was supposed to be there, right? And he never showed up. That zombie clown from Zombieland.
Oh, are you sure he wasn't there?
I didn't see him when I was there. He might have came later.
I was just watching Zombieland the other night again with my wife, and she said, "Oh, he was." I can't remember. She said he was either there or was supposed to be there. But yeah.
Damn it, we missed him.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was just amazed to see the Hare Krishna zombie from the original Day of the Dead there.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I just realized this, but the one guy, the zombie helicopter guy, was there too. Right?
Oh, no kidding.
And I didn't realize it. He only lives like 45 minutes from me.
Oh, wow.
He lives in, you know, I'm not going to say in a podcast where he lives. I mean, it's on his Facebook, but I'm not going to say. But, yeah, I couldn't believe that. So, damn.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It's a small world.
It's a small world after all. No, I'm singing to you now. Oh, God.
Serenading me.
Oh, God. Now, won't that rumor go around, huh?
Like wildfire.
Gruesome, big headlines, Gruesome Herzog serenades Justin. So we'll keep in contact on Facebook.
Absolutely. Great talking to you.
Yeah, I won't call you because you're a busy man, you know.
Feel free anytime.
Fucking pain in the ass, Gruesome's calling me again. Damn it! There, I said it for you. No. Oh, boy. All right. Thank you very much.
A legend 100 years old. Over 2,000 sightings.
In the 70s, the sightings increased. Almost all of them were in forests that had just weathered fires.
All right, I'll tell you, these fires, they rile up the wildlife. Things like that happen. It tends to bring out some mighty unpleasant predators.
What the hell is that? Millions searching for evidence.
I'm serious. I need to see him alive.
Been around.
And one truth. Some things are better left undiscovered.
Must be the same crew that we lost contact with.
Yeah, well, you know what they say. Something goes wrong in Bear Valley, blame Bigfoot.